part 2 of this series, Guard Your Heart. So, on today, I'm going to be talking about social media, guarding your heart through social media. I'm going to be talking about guarding your heart through wrong connections and also violent games. Okay, so starting with what you watch on TV. My bad. I said watching TV. Okay, scratch that. I meant social media. Start over. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about social media, wrong connections, and violent games. Those are the 3 things that I'm going to be talking about in this second series. So, social media. We all have some type of social media. And whether we're young or whether we're old, we all have some type of social media. All of us are on something. And so I happen to have my social medias as well. You all can go to my website to find out what social medias that I have. But social media also plays a part in the chaos that the devil tries to bring upon us. Even with social media, we see a lot of times on social media unrealistic things, unrealistic people. They're real, but what they present is not real. Okay, I'm not just gonna, talk about females and how she got implants and how she didn't Photoshop this and that and that and that and that, and how she didn't went on this website and she didn't went and got some extra hair. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about just that. But males Photoshop too, and it's unrealistic. So social media can make us think that person actually looks like that, whether male or female, and makes us insecure, makes us jealous, makes us self-conscious, makes us feel like I got to go to the gym because I got to get my body just like her. People, you have to understand that the way social media is set up now, any and everybody can portray a life that they don't have. A person can go to these public places and stand there and give the illusion that that's their house. Give the illusion that everything's okay. Give the illusion that, they're living good. They're traveling, they're doing this, they're doing that. Social media. But in reality, you all, that person has to live beyond social media. So don't ever compare yourself to the next person. Always stay true to yourself. Even if you only get 1 like, maybe you get 5, and the next person gets 100 and 1,000, and they have 2,000 followers and stuff like that. Y'all, you don't even know if those people actually are following them. People now also can buy their followers. They can buy their audience. And so don't ever get caught up in the likes and how many comments this person has on their picture, how many, shares they have on their status. We have to guard our hearts, stay true to ourselves, don't compare. Even in the Christian community, sometimes we will post a status just to get somebody to share it. We need confirmation from people, but my question to you is, did you really get confirmation from God to post that? If you have to feel validated by a share. You have to make sure that your intentions are good when you post things. Social media is a deceiver. It's a deceiver. And on social media, it's also too, like music and TV. It's a lot of drama that goes on social media. Sometimes so many people will have something to say online, but in person, they don't have a thing to say to that person who they had a problem with. And that's the thing about social media. The devil has it so to where it helps a person gain some confidence and some strength to say whatever they want to say. But when they get out in public, I promise they won't have nothing to say. And I say that with confidence because that's happened to me. But that was back when I wasn't saved and stuff like that. And I even got off of social media just because back when I was in middle school, it was a lot of drama going on Facebook. Somebody said this, somebody said that. I got off because I didn't want to be a part of the drama, and I started my Facebook again recently, and I make sure that I allow certain people to get on my page, because I'm telling you, if you have a lot of negative stuff on your page, if you're blocking, if you have a lot of negative things on your page, a lot of foolishness, I'm saying, you have to laugh at people in church. You laugh at people in church, or, it's I feel some type of shade being thrown somewhere in the line. I'm more than likely, I'm going to delete you from my page and also block you from my page, because the place that I am in, the place that we all should get in, is a place of guarding our heart. We have to guard it. It's getting so common now for people to play with the Holy Ghost. What do I mean by that? They play with tongues. I remember back when I was in church and I really didn't know any better. When people used to get up and shout and stuff like that, I used to sit over there with my little church clique, and we all used to just be laughing at the people shouting and dancing and stuff like that. Didn't know no better, but that day I learned better when I got home, and something like my godmother, she told me, don't do that. You're playing with God when you're laughing at people shout. But now it's just a thing. Even older people, I'm talking about, not beyond teenagers, they get on there. Man, did you see the way that person shouted? Did you see the way that person spoke in tongues? Did you see that? Did you see this? We got to get out of that playful spirit. It's too much stuff going on in this world for church people to be playing, because the world is looking at us for an example, and if they see us, that's how we do them when they come to church. They're not coming to church. And so we have to have compassion on people. We have to have compassion for people. We don't understand their situation. We don't know, but we all in the comments tagging folks. Did you see this? Did you see that? And it's not adding on to the kingdom of God. That's not of God. That's not the spirit of God. Okay? But people constantly do that. And if you have somebody on your page who's just constantly mocking, making fun of, whoever, you probably need to get them off your page. You probably need to get them off of your page, because it's not, then you think that's acceptable. When you see so-and-so doing it, you think that's acceptable, when really it's not. God's not pleased. So, it's ignorance that follows from social media. It's confusion, mess. Sometimes a person, a person like the likes, they get the likes and stuff like that, and say so-and-so was in a relationship with, I don't know, but this girl see her boyfriend comment some hearts under your picture. All they do is add confusion. Now that female is somewhere in your inbox. Why is he, when really she should be talking to him now, but now she's, why you liking my man? But, she saw with her own eyes that her man, just commented some likes under your picture, under your status. He's liking everything, sharing everything. Confusion. Y'all, it's a spirit that's within social media. And a lot of that is not really of God. So my thing to tell you is to delete, unfollow people who don't have nothing positive to say. They don't ever have anything positive to say. It's always drama. It's always mess. It's just vibes. You know, sometimes we as Christians, I'm going to say saved Christians, we have a discerning spirit, and we can sometimes discern whether that spirit is of God or not of God. But I'm not going to say sometimes. We can, if we're in the presence of God, we can discern some spirits. And so, you know, we can discern spirits. And so if they're really not, if they're not of God, then we probably need to, you know. But not only that, but it's so much gossiping going on social media. We as people today, we will go on a person page, stalk it, to go back and tell what somebody did. Oh, did you see what so-and-so posted? Oh, did you see what she posted? But now you have this person's number, and you can tell them, I need, you know, cover up. You're a pretty girl, you know, or pull your pants up. You know, you're handsome. You know, we can say that. Or don't be all, you know, smoochy with so-and-so. You know, you're too cute for that, you know. But we rather go and tell who did what. We rather get on our, oh, girl, I got to tell you. Oh, my gosh. What so-and-so posted. Y'all, that's not of God. We can't be gossiping, telling what other people doing on social media. We can't also get happy at another person's downfall. Okay? Because that's not of God. We have to guard our hearts. If we see something on social media, we don't have to tell the whole nation about it. Okay? We can just reach out to that person. Are you okay? That's the spirit of God. But getting on there and telling what somebody did, that don't help that person, because it's getting to everybody except for that person. And so we have to even be careful for that. That applies to me too, because I know that sometimes I used to get on there and, Mom, did you see what so and so? I used to do that until God had to tell me, like, Tay, don't do that. If you have something to say to that person, an encouraging word, then get on there and reach out to that person. Ask them, are they okay? Because you don't know what a person is going through. On social media, it's a deceiver. People can be smiling, have all 59, however many teeth we got now. They can show all of those teeth, and deep down inside, they, you know, it's not there. They're broken. They're depressed. But they'll put a filter on it, and as many likes as they get, they feel better temporarily, but they go to sleep and they cry themselves to sleep. So we have to be careful how we treat people on social media, guarding our hearts. Guarding our hearts. You can't lose your focus on social media. I'll say that. Social media, the way the devil uses it, is so many people on social media that have something to say every time there's a murder or something like that, or something going on in the community. They have so much to say on social media that they don't even watch the news to know if what that picture that was posted was accurate. Because now, people don't watch the news. They're like, news? What? News. You know, and I'm one of those people. I don't really watch the news myself. But I'm not going to partake in and I don't watch the news just because every time I watch the news is kind of drama and stuff going on, and I know to expect that and things like that, but I have to pray, you know. And if it's a storm or something, I have alerts that come to my phone, so I don't really, you know, watch the news, but I'm not telling you not to watch the news, but, you know, I'll watch it, but anyway, I'm going to get off that. But anyways, you know, it could be something going on, and that person don't have a clue as to what, you know, really happened, and they will get in the comments and just say what somebody else said and try to put it in better terms. Like, if you don't know what you're talking about, say your 2 cents. And so I wouldn't even partake in it if I didn't, you know, I wasn't keeping up with stuff and I don't know what's going on. And so don't lose your focus on social media. People, oh my gosh. Like, you can't lose your focus when it even comes to relationships that people try to display on social media. People now, they'll take a lot of pictures with these people, and let me tell you something, they don't talk to neither one of them. They just wanted to show social media that, they got some friends, or they got a boyfriend or a girlfriend now, but they don't know deep down inside, them two people, they really don't like each other. Those friends that just took that group picture, all of them talking about each other. They really don't like each other. So you have to guard your heart from that type of stuff. Because to me, I don't want just a relationship that's just to be seen on social media. I don't want just to take a picture with somebody, all the time and show the world the smiles, but deep down inside, I don't really like you. So guard your heart. Guard your heart, people. Because social media is doing nothing but add to confusion and a transparent moment. For me, a lot of times I was getting on social media and I would, post word of the days. I would share things share some inspirational quotes, I would do that and things like that. But then I kind of got off track, and on Snapchat is really where a person really, you see where they really, where they really are or whatever. And so on my Snapchat, transparent moment, I would get on there and I would just act myself, just laughs and more laughs and silly. But I start losing really what I started that for. I start losing that because I wanted to basically just do something just because. But you can't lose your focus. Like, I understand, I'm a funny person. I'm a humorous person. I enjoy laughing. That's just me. That's just always been me. But I have to know how to not lose the audience that God is trying to build for me. And a lot of times, if people see the way that you act on social media and see what you post and stuff, and it's nothing but, basically foolery, you can lose people like that. So you also, too, have to be careful. I understand that you may have a personality and you're humorous and stuff like that, but you don't want to lose your audience because, something funny to the one person could be hurtful to the next person. So you want to be careful how you do things. So I'm saying that sometimes you'll have to take a break from social media. Sometimes it's best to take a break from social media so you can get yourself together. Because a lot of times people don't even wake up in the morning and read their Bible. The first thing that they look at is social media. First thing they look at is social media. This is what wastes a person's time. They look at social media all day long. Go to bed still looking at the same pictures. And all that does is create a void within your heart and make you feel like you're not enough, or you're living a bored life, but in reality, people will only show you what they want you to see. So be reminded of that. So next thing I'm going to talk about is wrong connections, and this is something that's very important. Wrong connections can ruin your destiny. Guard your heart from people who are like, oh, you can have that one drink since you turned 21. It's just one drink. Or you can, you don't really have to like him. Just let him take you on a date. You don't really have to like him. Just let him take you on a date. Or you don't really have to like her, because honestly, I don't really like her. But, you can just buy her some roses. Just, just to make her feel good. Or something like that. Wrong connections. They ruin your destiny. They block your blessings, and they distract you, and they leave you more than when they first met you. And so that's why you have to be cautious of those people who say, oh girl, you cute, just give them a chance, or just, or give her a chance, man, I see you been working out, give her a chance or whatever. But if really you don't like that person, and if really she don't really like you, then, why force something? Why force it if it's not there? And so, be reminded, because a lot of times these girls will tell you, have that one drink, and that one drink turns into multiple drinks until it ultimately leads to destruction. And so you want to be careful of who you have around you, speaking things into your life. You're 21. Have a drink. No. Why have a drink? To relax? Have a drink? Oh, I'm not uptight. I'm just fine. And so, a lot of times people try to, talk that into your life, but peer pressure is something that, as I get older, I thought, it would, kind of simmer away. But I even see people my age who get peer pressured on the daily. So you want to make sure that you have right people around you, because whatever you hang around, soon you will become. That's true. Even when it comes to people who you try to help. Sometimes, I know for myself, y'all, I would only associate myself with with people because I felt, with certain individuals, because I felt like I could help them. But I can't do nothing for them. I can't help them. That's out of my strength. That's out of my power. Some people you just really got to turn over to God, because they'll sit there and give me some advice. Can I have some advice? And then they just taking and taking and taking and taking to where you're empty now. You don't have nothing. And so you want to be careful of those people who just come in your life only on a rainy day, or just come in to take, but they don't apply nothing what you just said. So some people you just got to turn over to God and just let them go. That's true. Okay, but wrong connections can also follow mistakes. And some of these mistakes that we make when we are around the wrong crowd, some of these mistakes will cost us for the rest of our life. And sometimes even for eternity. So, young woman of God, if that dude that you just really want to be saved, or you just really want her, young man, to be saved, and they just want to do their own thing right now, you can't help them. The only thing you can do is pray for them. Pray for them. Keep them in your prayers. And just ask God to remove every distraction, every person out of your life who means you no good. And watch Him do it. Because wrong connections not only come within friendships, but they can come within, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your classmates, your co-workers, sometimes close family members. Sometimes you don't grow up in a saved family where people tell you your value and your worth, but they tell you, just lay down for him because he gonna pay this bill, or just, this how you gonna be successful, by finding you a successful man. But I thank God that I wasn't raised like that. I thank God that, I don't have to do all of that, and I don't need to do all of that to be successful, because God said that He will provide for me. And anything that I need, I can go to Him for it. But a lot of times, some people don't grow up like that, and they, they feel like, because that's what, their people told them, this how you gonna get up. You're not that cute, so this how you gonna get up. But that's not true, because God will provide every need that you have, every single need that you have, whether you're sleeping around with people because you need money, or whether you're sleeping around with people for a void that your Father, placed within your heart. And that's, I want to tell you that. So, don't let negativity distract you from your destiny. Stay with God. And it's always great to have some alone time. Sometimes people, always surround you and always want to do something with you, go places with you and things like that. But sometimes you got, okay, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to my room right now, and I'm just gonna, I'm gonna just have some alone time with God. It's good to have some alone time with God. That's great. Last thing that I'm going to talk about are violent games. I know a lot of times people try to make this debatable, but there's nothing debatable about it. Violent games trigger violent habits. The more that you sow into Grand Theft Auto, and the more that you sow into Call of Duty, and the more that you sow into, I don't know what other type of violent games are out there. These are just games that I've heard of. The more that you sow into that, the more that you're going to reap that. And so you want to be cautious, you want to be careful, and you don't want to play those games, people. And sometimes people say, oh, I just play that game because I'm bored. There's nothing else to do. Or I just play that game because, I don't have nobody to text. Nobody's calling me or nothing like that. Or I'm just playing this game because so-and-so made me mad, and I need to play this game, shoot and kill people because I'm going to feel better. See, that's when you start feeling better killing other people on the TV, sooner or later, those same traits will apply to you. It's a spiritual warfare that we're fighting against. So we have to even be careful when we're playing just a little game, and to be, to be transparent. I used to play Grand Theft Auto, but I was not playing it for the shooting and killing people and, the drugs and stuff like that. I was only playing the game to drive. Because that was the only game that, so-and-so had. So I would just play that game, just to drive. But in reality, you all, there are games out there that are driving games. But I stopped playing that game. And so I want to tell you that you don't have to play these violent games, just to drive, or just to get your anger out, or whatever the case may be, because these spirits follow. You have to make use of your time. You have to understand that, it's enough corruption going on within the world without a person having an idle mind. Because the idle mind, the Bible says, is the devil's workshop. And so you want to be, careful when you're playing these games that, you just think, I'm just playing it, but really, you're not. So this concludes my second series for Guard Your Heart. I pray that you all have a blessed summer. I pray that even if you're watching this in another month, that you all are having a great day, a great season of your life. And understand this, that when you guard your heart, you empty everything else that's going to hold you back and try to lure you, back. So guard your heart, and just know that you can make it. But it's all what you plant within yourself. So you have to plant some good seeds so you can receive a good harvest. This life that we're living,